It's Friday, and we lit. It's Fridays, y'all. Y'all already know who I am. I'm your host, Jezabel the Truth. We lit, bitch. And then we got a special guest in the building, a very, very special guest. Luugan, what's up, baby?
What's up?
How you been?
I'm good. How you living?
I'm good. You know I'm gonna put your ass on blast, because last time you was supposed to come on the show. What happened?
We ain't gonna talk about money.
We ain't gonna talk about what?
We gonna talk about
your car.
Yeah, we gonna be into that.
You had car trouble. Did you get stage fright?
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. You
know I had to fuck with you.
Of course not.
Well, I've known you for quite some time. Since 2017, we was actually on this we bumped heads going on a path that we both decided later on probably wasn't what we needed to do. Rest in peace, Trust. Because if it wasn't for Trust, I probably would have never met you. And yeah, so what have you been doing since 2017? For those who don't know you, where you from, what you rap, tell us.
Okay, so, you know what I'm saying? For those who don't know me, I'm Luugan. It's a 214, you already just get to it, you know what I'm saying? Count Student Cash Entertainment, you know, that's the label. For me, my nigga Keys on the board, you know, Keys CEO, everything.
Shout out Keys the poet.
So, shit, man, it's been a long time, a long journey with this shit.
A long journey. 214, so I'm gonna stop you right there. 214, but we in the 301, 202 area. So what's 214? We don't know what that is.
So first and foremost, you feel what I'm saying? 214 is rest in peace Marvin, you feel what I'm saying? I think Marvin, he died on 214 on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It just so happened that
it's
the neighborhood I'm in is on 214. You feel what I'm saying? So whenever you hit 214, you hit Marvin, you feel what I'm saying?
Oh, rest in peace Marvin. Okay. I'm thinking it was an area code.
Yeah, a lot of people think that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of speculations going around about a lot of stuff about 214, but
that's why you gotta ask questions
and
not
just
assume. Yeah. Okay. So 214. Okay, so where you from?
Logged
What? You from here?
Yeah, I'm from
You know this whole time I thought
was
you was from Pennsylvania somewhere. Because I was like 214. Ain't that the area code? Like really, I really just threw you up north.
Yeah, you did. I was in. That's the thing though. I was out Philly for like 5 years though. I went to school out there. You feel me? Had good business out there. You feel me? Definitely made a lot of money out there. You feel me? Shout out Philly.
Okay.
You feel me? All my niggas out there and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely some beautiful years out there, John. You feel me? But yeah, I'm from this area right here, shit, 214 Ballin.
Okay, alright. Yeah. So what was it like growing up in this area in general? Now I had some good days. Let me just stop you.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was hanging at out Largo, but it's a 7-Eleven. It's a Wendy's somewhere out there, but it's a 7-Eleven, a little neighborhood behind the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Wherever the hell I was at, it was lit.
That's the other side. That's the other side.
And I'm telling you, I was young back then. This was like 2004, so yeah, it was lit. So what was it like growing up in it? Everybody say it's hard growing up here. What's your experience?
Alright, you know what I'm saying? Just to start it off, you feel me? I'm saying I was born in the city, you feel me, on the south side, so whatever. So like the first 9 years of my life, I was out the city. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And then some shit happened. You feel what I'm saying? Family orientated, and I ended up in Maryland. I started in New Carrollton. You feel me? Maybe like 4th grade. And then from there on, I moved to Luugan. Like, you feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you turn up, you party?
I definitely turn up.
You definitely turn up. So what got you into music? Let's get into that. When did you discover you can rap?
Shit.
And don't tell me since a child. I'm so tired of hearing the same old story. I was 9 years old and I was spitting rhymes.
See, you know, we grew up in the age of joning and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we started that shit at like the lunch table and shit, like middle school. You know what I'm saying? Basically like freestyle joning on niggas and shit, some funny shit. Like, but when I got to college, like, my nigga Keys, you feel what I'm saying, from the south side, know you and shit, motherfucking, he be rapping, man. Like he really do that shit.
Okay.
And I don't know, one day we just hopped in the studio, we made a song and shit. And that joint was crazy. So we made another one and then another one, and that's when I was like, I fuck with this shit.
Okay.
You feel me? Believe it or not, I wish I'd had more time to drop some music, but before TK came out with that drill trap, man, me and my man dropped the jump, and that jump was crazy. It was the first drill music that you would probably heard if we was really serious.
Yeah.
That jump was crazy. Like, and I had a show we was supposed to open up for Gucci, but
that would have been nice.
Gucci got locked up.
Oh shit.
So I was in Philly. You know what I'm saying? It was only like 10 of us from the city out that time. So, you know what I'm saying? They just hated on us and shit. They ain't let us perform.
Philly and DC,
yeah.
For some reason, it's a rip there.
Yeah,
like.
I ain't gonna hold you, listen. And I'm gonna keep this shit established. When I first got out there in 2010, these niggas gonna hit me for it, but yeah, these niggas used to wear Jordans, the hoop, and track shoes to get flat. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Are you serious?
Oh God, like, niggas, yeah. Niggas know when, if you want to chain, you know what the fuck going on with me.
So, if you wasn't rapping,
yeah,
what would you be doing?
I still be into it. You feel me? Like, I'm definitely corporate. You feel what I'm saying? I play both ends. You feel what I'm saying? So regardless.
What would you be doing? Like, if you couldn't go to the studio and rap, what would you do?
If I couldn't go to the studio,
what's your other talent?
I mean, I judge. I communicate. I'm a great communicator. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I went to school for that shit. Like, you feel me? So like, I could do anything for real.
There's nothing.
It's nothing. Like,
the sky ain't the limit. I mean, there's no limit.
There's no limit.
There's definitely no limit.
Like,
so I seen you put out a lot of songs last year during the pandemic. How did you stay motivated during that time?
I wasn't. That's the whole kill. Like,
but you was dropping shit.
Hell yeah, shit that I said I'm dropping. Like,
okay.
Like, to be honest, the music shit, like, when you've been in this jump so long, like, it take a long time with this shit. You feel me?
Okay. A long time.
I ain't no rapping ass. Like, I'm really not a rapping ass nigga. Like, you feel me?
What's a rapping ass nigga? Please enlighten us. What's a rapping ass nigga?
Listen. A rapping ass nigga is a nigga who can wake up and 1-2 buckle my shoe until we go to sleep. Like, you feel what I'm saying? He can talk about his hands, butts, put rhymes, schemes together, make songs and shit. Like, you feel me? I ain't one of them. Like, I'm a boss. Like, I'm on some different shit with this shit. Like, I took like 4 years off. I took my first loss. I probably put like 1,500 into the rap game. Okay, I bought some beats from Key on the track. You know what I'm saying? If you really know music, you know what the fuck that. You know what it is.
Okay.
Motherfucker. I bought them Jones from him. He was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to make it, you know what I'm saying, build a relationship, you feel what I'm saying, do it the right way, whatever. I was juggling, like, I was really juggling, like, so I wasn't tripping. I was just like, take this bread, send me some beats, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do my thing. The whole time he sent me some beats without us having an actual conversation about what type of artist I am. So he just sent me whatever, you feel me, whatever he wanted to send me.
Did it go with your...
None of them jumps. Like, actually, Nothing to Something is a Key on the track beat.
Okay.
I made sure that I, you know what I'm saying, I played that jump because the difference between the industry beat and the beats that I work with now, like, you feel what I'm saying, like, but I bought them beats and shit. I let them jumps sit for a grip. And this how the industry work. Like, this is why I say it's deeper than just rapping. Like, you got really no business. Like, I took a long time in the business with this shit. Like,
definitely.
the business is the business. Like, you feel me?
That's
it ain't mean to wake up and make a song. Like, if you don't got this business down, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
So, boom. You know the Jimmy Choo jump by Fetty Wap. That was one of the songs. That was one of the beats. So when I spoke out, look, you know how that jump gonna do that big dumb ass jump. So when I heard it, I was like, nah, what the fuck is this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? But you see how he hit that jump. Like,
yeah.
You feel me? The beat gonna go wherever it's gonna go. If you don't get that relationship with a nigga that's important, another nigga gonna do something with that jump. And that nigga made M's off that shit. You feel me? That jump's still sitting in my email right now.
But if it's not your I don't want to say if it's not your style. If it's kind of not your, if you wasn't feeling it, then how could you force yourself to feel something that you're not feeling?
It wasn't a force. What I did was I didn't take the steps, the necessary steps to not even put myself in that position. If I'd have just been like, you know what, I'm about to sing you this bread, I'm such and such, who is you? You sat down and chop it. I sent him a couple songs, like the business way. I'd have had an interview just like that. That probably would have went the same way.
Okay.
You know.
Well, let's hear this song. You say nothing to something. Go ahead, introduce your track.
Man, look, my name Luugan. I'm just getting to it. This jump ball, nothing to something. Produced by Key on the track.
We lit out.
All my music ball, my nigga. Just to turn up like this. I'm in this bitch and I'm stunting, my nigga. I know the feeling to turn nothing to something, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm just getting into that.
Hey, turn that back in.
I think my music is really short, man. I do it like, the most I do it like, 2.5. Everybody say it.
But we've all started with something. Love, maybe shelter, if not shelter, maybe food without shelter. But we always started with something. So what is something that you're grateful you got a chance to start with?
It's so much. It's crazy. It's so much. Like, honestly, just to be where I'm at over here, like, just to talk radio right now, like, on this platform right here, like, it came from communicating. You feel me? Like, it came from talking. Like, I got a knack for talking. Like, I'm a talk.
I always thought you was quiet.
I am. But how was that conversation even about? I had to talk. It was slight, but it was enough to work at it. And make my point. You gotta do it just enough, just to make your presence known, because you never know where that presence will take you. You are my first interview.
Well, thank you. I'm honored. I'm glad that I got the opportunity to crack open this shell right here. So let's talk more about you and your journey all together. If you couldn't make $1 off of music, would you do it?
Hell yeah.
Why?
Because it's more, like I say, my life is different. So even if I ain't making $1 off it, the experiences I get off that shit is lit. Because, again, it's more than just music, it's business. So if you do business right, you always going to take it. Your music going to flow with you. You feel me? Like, it's different when you know how to move.
So how do you feel your music is going to impact the next generation?
Honestly, my
impact versus influence. So let's just say that right.
So like, you know what I'm saying? I told you I was corporate, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna kick a little knowledge and shit, a little game like that. I went to college, for me, for communications. And a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that all you need is 2 years in college to automatically qualify to be an educator. You feel me? Now, there's many ways to hustle. You feel me?
Okay.
But the ultimate goal is to get paid.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if you not a street nigga, you feel me? If you not getting no real money off the streets, but you know how to use your brain, you could just kick 2 years in college and then you got a job for the rest of your life. Like, niggas sub till they 60, 70 years old.
What are you, what if people say, well, fuck school, I don't want to go to school, I don't even want to do a trade, like, I just want to be an entrepreneur?
As long as they getting paid, then you can do that. As long as you getting processed. As long as whatever you entrepreneur is doing that shit, then you can say that shit. But if you a nigga who saying that shit and he not doing nothing, you in a way. Like, it don't really matter.
My next question is, do you feel like education helps any?
Fuck yeah.
So do you feel like, I guess my question, do you feel like education is needed on any level?
Every level. Every level. Listen, your brain is like a puzzle. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a maze. And everything you learn, unlock another door. You feel me? I'm gonna break it down like this. Yo, I'm really on some shit. Like, I'm gonna try to I really be on some shit that, like, before you knew how to swim, you ain't know what water felt like. You ain't know what a swimming pool felt like, that amount of water.
That's true.
Before you took a flight, you ain't know what the air felt like. Every time you take some shit, you unlock some shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's education. Like, you can't maneuver around here unless you got 100 pounds, 100 bricks. You got the best vagina in the world, the prettiest face. You feel me? If you got that gift of gab, you do your thing. But if you don't know how to talk, your money gonna always get taken because you don't know how to read, you don't know how to talk. They're gonna run over you. Education is the key, man.
Okay. So how was your college experience? Like, did you stay home and go to school, or did you?
Fuck no, I went to Philly.
Oh.
I was in VA for 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was getting toured out there. We was traveling like shit out there, John.
Okay. All right.
In school, Chain University, the first HBCU.
I went to a HBCU as well. And I tell you, I wasted the first 3 years of my time at school. All I did was party.
Yeah.
But I eventually circled back around, and that's why I asked you, do you feel like education is important? Because a lot of people feel like they, on no level, like, my kid don't have to go to school, like they can learn any other type of way. But I feel like sometimes college gives off a different type of discipline than like it's a different experience, and you learn a certain type of this. I don't know how to explain it. It's just kind of.
It's like this.
Do you feel that way, kind of?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I got a million stories like of that shit. But my first real experience, knowing that I was in college and how that shit was gonna change my life, I was fried. Listen, I got my own dorm, like by myself. Like, everybody else got roommates.
Roommates. That's how it started.
Me and my niggas, we all had singles. You feel me? One day I leave my room, you feel me, I'm fried. I go in the bathroom. I look in the mirror and my eyes is bloodshot red. Everybody know back in 09, 08, you was not outside smoking, you was in the cut,
Yeah.
in the duck. Your folks see you smoking, it might be over for you. You know, like, but we was doing it. So I looked at myself, I was like, damn, I'm gonna smack this shit out of me. Then I look around, I'm like, hold up. I look down, I grab my door key, I'm like, nigga, what? I'm home, I got my own crib.
Yeah, you got your own space, you can do what you want.
Own shit. Like, you starting, that's how you're supposed to start your crib, your life off, like, on your own shit. Like, you can't get it on your entrepreneur, you gotta get it somewhere that's gonna give it to you. Cause it's always a way to finesse that shit.
Okay. So best, but the worst. Did I say that right? The song Best But the Worst.
Yes, sir.
That was the latest song that I've seen you on. Let's talk about that.
Okay, shout out my nigga Kevo Beats. That's my brother and shit. You feel me, my older brother. You know what I'm saying? That was his jump. That was his song and shit. I came over to the crib one day and you know, when I go over there and shit, the first day I go over there and shit, I'm ready to sleep. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm going to smack to sleep. So my brother Kevo, young at work. You feel me? He make beats, he produce, like, young at work 24/9. Like, he don't stop working, but he get to it. So, you feel me? He already had his shit ready to go.
Okay.
He played that jump. He was like, yeah, I need you to run this jump. I was like, fuck it, alright, bet, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? He played that jump. I was like, alright, bet.
Okay.
And I handled my business.
You definitely handled your business. I was like, cause I was searching, I'm like, hey, I need to see what's up. Like, if you gonna be dropping music out here, you need to be sending me some stuff. Let me you know.
No question.
Because I love to show love. Now go ahead and introduce your next song, please.
Alright, so you feel what I'm saying? Better Go Work, me and Kevo Beats, you feel what I'm saying? We just get into it. Shout out my nigga Keys.
I'm expecting the best when I'm always prepared for the worst. Wrong, that's something that's stiff on my nerves. Stuck in the trap when she get on my nerves. Swerving the best of the herb. Break it down back and we count it quick. Niggas keep playing, I'm getting the stick. You thought it was and we count it quick. Niggas keep playing, I'm getting the stick. You thought it was no nigga, I ain't a lick. Mo get this business, we getting this shit.
Okay. That's with the worst. So what's next for you? Like what should we be looking out for?
I got that drop music for real. But I'm focusing on shooting some videos. I got some videos that I should have already been dropped, you know. Niggas been bullshitting. I ain't gonna hold you. I had a couple good men that kinda let me down, but I'm staying focused, I'm staying on it. I got some new shit coming, you know, so it's definitely visuals. I'm tired of making music, you know, no visuals, it don't make no sense.
Why? A lot of people just feel like just put out the content. You want people to see the story as well?
Yeah, like, I don't make, like I say, I don't make regular music, like, you don't hear me shoot niggas 30 deep in the hood. You feel what I'm saying? We bosses over here, we make different type of music. You gotta see this shit, like, to understand what we talk about, like, you gotta see this shit to understand how we moving, like, you feel me? Like, you hear, you be like, oh, alright, that's cool, you feel me? But, you know, when you see it, you like, how the fuck they do that just talking about some shit like that? Like,
well, you definitely just opened the door for a question I've been asking everybody all week. Because if you know, the DMV kind of been in an uproar this week because a 6-year-old was just shot.
Yeah.
So do you, and the argument is that music is raising our children. So how do you feel about that? And do you feel like music should be censored, or do you feel like people should be mindful, or is there music for adults and music, or should people just be parenting?
I mean, to be honest, me growing up, on some shit, me growing up, it was definitely censored music. It was definitely censored music. Like, my folks weren't going for that rap shit. Like, I wasn't hearing rap when I was growing up. You feel me? Like, until I got to a certain age, to a certain location. The young niggas got access to phones. You feel me? Phones run the world.
Phones run the world. So what I would say about that is, I ain't gonna say music raised me, but I grew up on 3 6 Mafia, Snoop Dogg, shit like that, Mace, and actually all I really listened to was 3 6 and UGK. So, of course, all they talked about was drugs.
Exactly.
All kinds of drugs.
Right.
But I didn't go out here snorting coke and taking Oxycontins and stuff like that. Now, I did smoke weed, but I don't think it was because of the music, and I don't think it was because of Snoop Dogg.
Right.
But even with listening to the Trinas and the Lil Kims and the Gangsta Blues, like, I wasn't pressed to run out here and spread my legs until I was ready to spread my legs. So but then I also had a strict household.
Right.
So I cared about what my parents thought about me.
Right.
So I think that also, like, the parenting is
that's the most important part. Like, it's kids raising kids. And kids listen to music like that. So, you feel what I'm saying? You got a mother and or father out here, 24, 18, 18, 21 with a baby. By the time they 23, that baby 3, and he already knows shoot him up, get him up.
Yeah.
You feel me? If them kids not at work at that age, 9 out of 10, they not. You feel me? The only real relaxation them babies gonna get is when they with their grandmother, grandfather, and their grandmother, grandfather probably only 34, 35. They ain't really going for it for too long. Like, it's a cycle with that shit.
So as an artist, do you feel like it's your responsibility to worry about if the kids are influenced by your music?
I mean, in a sense, like, look, I'm out here to get money. Like, you feel what I'm saying? If my lifestyle contribute to that type of lifestyle, you feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna talk about. That's what I know. You feel me? I'm gonna throw some education in there for whenever a kid listens to that shit, but I'm gonna tell you how I got this money. At the same time, it's the parents' job to make sure that he ain't gotta do what I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? And like, to be honest, like, it's straight like this. You're supposed to get your bag up so your kid don't gotta do nothing. Like, generational wealth is key.
Say that again.
You're supposed to get your bag so your kids don't gotta do nothing.
That's fact.
But get their bag off of your bag. Like, you feel me? If your folks ain't do it, you gotta do it. If your folks did it, you gotta double it. So they can triple it. Like, it's really that simple. Like,
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that came up in great households and didn't have to worry about nothing, but they saw it and they just,
that shit lit.
you know what I'm saying? It looks better. So, do you believe in leading by example? And before you answer, I'm gonna let you know why I asked you is because the protest, of course, was led by a local rapper, JG Rep. Shout out JG Rep, because what he did, you know, he's trying to show advocacy for gun violence and stuff like that. But the uproar was, should an artist that makes a specific type of music lead movements, and should you be judged? Like, if you want to do something good for the community, are you not allowed to do it because you also rap about the defamation of the community?
Alright, so let's put it like this. It's probably, in the city, it's probably 100, let's put it like 100 drug dealers. It might be 3,000 dancers. So you take all 3,000 of those dancers and you shut them up because they're dancing. They can't say nothing. You take 100 of those drug dealers, you shut them up. They can't say nothing because they selling drugs. You think that's correct? You think that's cool? Like, it don't matter what your occupation is. You feel what I'm saying? It really don't matter what your occupation is. You could be a doctor and silently killing niggas because they paying you to do it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
But in the same sense, could you be like, don't do drugs, guys, don't drink lean, don't drink scissor, and then be in your music videos about pouring a double cup,
No.
double cup. Could you, like,
I could do that.
the next day? So,
Hell yeah, I could do that because of the simple fact that that's my life. I know it's right. I know it's right and wrong. I know the effects of it. You feel what I'm saying? But if you want to do it, if that's how you get through getting your money or you have a good time,
okay,
you just gotta do it responsibly.
okay.
I don't mean go out and shoot a nigga in the face.
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, we have one more song.
We do got one more song, okay.
Ballin'?
Ballin'?
It is Ballin'. So before you introduce the song,
Okay.
I want to know, do you write your songs?
Alright. I used to. Now I just go in there, John, I punch in. My brother make me punch in.
Okay.
Keys make me punch in.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
So when you punch in, this is what I heard, it's harder to remember your lyrics as opposed to if you just wrote out the whole song. Is that true?
Not really sometimes. So if you freestyle in that jump, you can, when you done, you can sit down and jot that shit down.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Then go back and perfect that shit. Like, it was a freestyle, but you perfected it. Like, it's the same way as if you gonna have to, because if you freestyle it, you gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But if that shit was fire, nigga, you would definitely want to write that shit down and we write that, we spit that shit.
So is it important, do you feel like it's important to practice before you perform, or do you feel like if you know your shit, just get up and get it?
If you know your shit, you know your shit. Like, if you scared, just get the fuck up there. If you know what you're doing, you already gonna get the fuck up there. You feel me?
Ballin'.
Ballin', nigga. Yeah. You know, I talked a lot, different shit today, but I know how these other niggas do it, so you know I got a song like
Ballin'! Hold on, he got wrinkles, but ladies, he ballin'!
what that nigga said. This
Word to the money.
motivational purposes only to show you that you can be corporate. You feel me? And you can still get a student bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely there too.
Ballin'.
When I started to move, my name Luugan, and I'm just getting to it. Moving business, got your business chosen. I was looking at entertainment, doing the kids that I was doing the keys, money, you know, you got me.
So when you go to the strip club, do you just throw 20s or do you have to, do you get one?
I ain't worried about a bitch. When I go to the strip club now, I don't think shit.
We gonna have to edit that out. Can't have you looking stingy, skinny out here.
Listen. I put a lot of time into the goddamn club. Like, I should have got a tax refund. The bitches know me. I'm not throwing no more goddamn money in here. Like, I buy you a drink. I buy myself a drink. I'm chilling. Like, I might tip you, but I'm not throwing no.
Tip y'all.
But
that shit was
you're
years
not
ago.
just gonna go in there and just that right there, that stack just like,
Fuck it up. You probably won't even see this shit. Listen, when I leave that motherfucker, I'm gonna have this stack out in my car. Like, ready to handle business.
Alright, well, damn.
Start that ball over you, my man.
Don't bust it all the way wide open for him now, y'all. He ain't busted it open for y'all either. Ballin'. Ow. Say we lit. Ow. What? Okay, so this is the moment everyone is always waiting for. Whole truths. Whole truths. Yes, I said it. H-O-E, truths. We all got some. So for those of you in the room that don't know what whole truths is, it's basically whole shit that you've done that you wouldn't tell nobody else. But you can tell me, and I won't tell nobody your name. But I'll tell you a story though. So, this whole truth, I'm gonna have to turn my Wi-Fi stuff off because the phone be acting up. This whole truth right here, this bitch is scandalous. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Put this up. So, have you ever lied about being in a relationship with somebody? Not necessarily lie, but just not tell the truth. You see, when I read this story, and I'm gonna just be honest, when I read this story, I was like, damn. Because I'm the type of person, if you don't ask me that specific question, you won't get the answer you're looking for. I'm a very specific person. You want to know something specific, you need to be specific. Don't just tell me to tell you about me. I'm going to tell you my birthday. What I like to eat. Well, this is when hiding secrets go wrong. So, dear Jezabel, I have been dating this guy for a little over a year. And to make a long story short, I felt like he was hiding something. So of course, I went on Facebook, I found him, I went through his friends, and I actually found somebody that I knew. It was a guy. So I reached out to one of his friends and made friends with one of his friends. Because this way, if I got in good enough, I could probably see his whole Facebook page from his friend's page. Of course, me and him is not friends on Facebook, so I had to go the strenuous route to find out what I wanted to know. A few months go by, talking to the dude, of course, I'm able to search my friend on his iPad. And I see he has a whole family. Not only does he have one kid, but he also has a wife. So I decided that I was going to try and see if this brilliant idea that I had would work. I got one of my best friends to friend request his wife and compliment her. And he did so. He followed her for some time, seen some events that she was at, some events that she liked, and finally, there was a ladies' night. It wasn't just a regular ladies' night, it was ladies' karaoke night. She had liked the post. We assumed she would be there, so we showed up. Yes, I know. This sounds desperate, but I had time. All I have is time. So we get there. I get my friend to try to holler at her. Of course, she turns him down because she says she's married. But, you know, it must have been a bad night. Because little did my friend know, and she know, my dude that I've been talking to seemed a little upset recently, angry, like he's been going through something, which in my mind meant that something was going on at home. So I made sure that I trained my friend on the proper way to bag said lady and see how things went. Oh, she was easy. She was so easy. He was able to convince her to meet up with him again, and that's when it happened. Okay, now, shit long as shit, but it looks like it's getting good. So, it seemed as if she had started talking to him for quite some time. Long story short, he convinced her to engage in a threesome with him. Now, this is where I come in. I was said lady for said threesome. And of course I know this is wrong, but of course I had my cam up. And as my friend was thrusting in his wife, I made sure I sent that video to the nigga that said he was not married. The nigga that lied to me. So, on some real true hoe shit, I know it's fucked up, but, you know, had to do what I had to do. Alright. So,
That's some whole shit. Yeah, it's fucking.
so you mean to tell me, what would you do if you was married and the woman you was cheating on your wife with sent you a video of her and another guy dogging your wife? I mean, that is some crazy ass shit.
Somebody. I'm saying, like, definitely gonna see
The
it.
chick that I'm cheating on my wife, turn around and G my wife with another nigga.
Yeah.
I was fair about it.
1, 2, 3. That's 3 baddies.
I mean, but alright.
Because for all of that, why y'all two ain't just fuck me?
Well, I don't know
That's some
why.
hoe shit. You feel me? That's definitely some hoe shit. Like, what the fuck?
Me personally, like, damn, bitch, you had time on your hands. Like, that's why my Facebook is private. Well, I just opened it up, but it used to be private as fuck. You can't even see my fucking friends. Like, you ain't see my friends.
And whoever your man is, that nigga green as shit too for letting him do that shit to her. That's weird.
What do you mean? How did he let her? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Like,
Dang, she didn't even see my phone at. She didn't even say what happened to the other. I forgot all about.
I'm saying, I made it beat to the ass. Oh, shit.
that's 2 baddies in one situation.
Oh.
Just to figure out what I'm doing.
Somebody will have to see me.
I mean, for all of that, I think that's better. You know, I don't really give advice, but I think that's far better than telling his wife that he's cheating on her. Like, that is the grandest fucking idea you can ever have. Like, I don't have time to do all that shit. Damn, bitch. Like, damn, that's a motherfucking payback for your ass. Damn.
I be sick of shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I be sick.
Damn. Sheesh. Okay. Well, that was the whole truth for y'all. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Give him no truth.
Damn. I'm sorry. I'm speechless. But back to you, Mr. Luugan. So you said you got some visuals coming out for us.
Most definitely.
More music coming.
Most definitely.
Now, if we wanted to find you, and I'm not talking about online, where could we see you at? Like, where you be at? Any upcoming performances?
I ain't gonna hold you. I got one this Sunday, but I don't know if I'm gonna go.
Now, what is it, before you finish, what is it with you artists, okay?
And I'm showcase.
And iffy about whether you gonna show up or not. What makes you, what's the determining factor for you that'd be like, you know, I ain't even gonna go to that shit?
Alright. Like I say,
And not this specific one on Sunday, I'm just talking about overall. But you know, I go showcases too, so.
yeah, no question. Honestly, I probably only performed at like, maybe like 5 out of 52 showcases that I was invited to. But I'm more so on building a catalog. Like, the more flyers you see my face on, regardless if I'm there or that, if I'm there or that, it's still going to make some moves. Like, a lot of the showcases I was supposed to do, I could have got paid for it. But I didn't feel like it was the right situation. Like, I didn't feel like I was going to have the right output. So
The right what?
output, like, I don't.
Output?
Yeah,
I thought you said outfit.
no, fuck that.
I'm like, what the hell? Okay, so I was told you get paid regardless if you perform.
No, I ain't even know that.
In some
In some-
shape or form, if you submit your set list, you get paid some type of back end for performing.
Publishing.
So, in the future, if you do choose or choose not to perform, make sure that you're submitting your set list. Where you're supposed to be submitting your set list, I'll leave that up to Success. He drops gems every Monday. You gotta listen to the show. He drops gems every Monday. He'll let you know. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But basically what he's saying is if you're an artist, you get paid. Like once you submit your flyer and you have a set list and you submit it to, I think, your publisher or something, and when you perform, you're getting back end, I don't know if it's royalties or some type of back end payment for your music being played one in the club, and two, your PRO, your performing rights program, and two for performing. So in the future, you know, just keep that in mind.
That's some good business.
You know what I'm saying?
All
So
big shit, nigga.
keep that in mind. But we definitely looking out for some more content from you. So please, now tell us where we can find you on social media.
Okay. Morgan Luugan 214. As soon as you type in Luugan, I pop right there. I'm the only Luugan out here. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere streaming, you can type my name in. Just type in Luugan. I'm gonna pop right there. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be right there for you with music. You feel me?
We waiting.
Yeah.
We waiting. Well, thank you so much. I definitely want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for your support. It's deeply appreciated. And y'all, that was Luugan. I'm your host, Jezabel the Truth. That's Fridays. We lit, bitch!
Yeah, that was a good interview. Good, man. Yeah, that was a good interview.
How you want to call the sales? Like, you know, whenever you get
I just